All right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays, coming to you live late in the afternoon, New York time. Oh, I have to send a different screen. Never mind. All right, there we go. And we will go straight to the charts. There will be a private Q&A immediately following this stream. All right, let's go to the charts. That's the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly chart first. Here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart looks very bullish. We are now working on the highest closing weekly close since the consolidation in the $60,000 range. So basically, since May, this would be the highest weekly close if we close at current price. And today is already Thursday. So more than half the week has already passed. That's a good sign. The MRI continues to be bullish. The moving averages are more bullish than bearish. We have them in proper order, two of which are rising, one declining, and the price is above all of them, which is also important. So those are the permutations of the Tyler Jenks's Consensio system. The daily chart, as it turns out, the daily chart has not yet turned bullish. It cannot turn bullish today. You have 6 more hours to end today's candle, but today's candle will still be just a green one on the MRI scale. Where you need to be bullish is a green star candle, which could come tomorrow if we cross today's high. Now, today's high is actually fairly high. It is close to the swing high. The swing high was 50,525, and today's high was 50,392. So we would have to go above 50,000 tomorrow. Technically, we'd have to go above 50,400 tomorrow, and then we'd have to solidify that by closing above today's high. So right now you are flirting with the extension C, but the extension C is happening in consolidation. So for me, that is not a bearish sign whatsoever. The most interesting part to me is going to be the golden cross between the 50 period and the 200 period daily simple moving average. And that is on track to happen mid-September. So the most optimal path is still this green arrow, maybe a smidge higher over the next few weeks, and then a pullback right into the daily golden cross. That would be a beautiful pullback for a nice potential correction and upswing. So if we go higher really quickly, this 50 period moving average will of course accelerate, and we are knocking out some of these values here. 50 period moving average is of course about a 3-month moving average, right? 50 days is close to 60 days, which is just under 3 months. And the low of the price came in July, and we have already started September. So we're going to be knocking out a lot of these low prices and replacing them by these high prices. So it's looking really good for the golden cross to take place. Now, the other cross between the 128 and the 200 will happen sometime late this year, if we continue to go higher, which I believe that we will. I still think that we can break 100,000 by end of year. I know the end of year is running out. We're already in September, 1 more month, and we're going to be in Q4. Also, Willy Woo released his newsletter yesterday. I'm not going to give it away, obviously, but those of you that are subscribers, you may want to check that out. All right, now let's talk about the short-term chart. The short-term chart, I'm using the 1 hour chart here, and you can see how the 1 hour chart has been in this downward sloping channel. And I mentioned on the last stream that it was great that we bounced right near the bottom of this channel. And it was very important not to come back to the $47,000 area again. It was not going to bounce the price again. This blue line was very critical. One more hit of the $46,800 area and a full disaster would have taken place, because I feel that this support would not hold at all. And we did hit a 1 hour MRI top on a beautiful reversal candle for, guess what, a 1-2-4 candle correction. And we even went into this MRI drop off of a MRI buy candle. So this was a beautiful trade, a 1-2-4 candle correction right into the moving averages, and up we go. And we have not had an MRI top on the hourly chart since then. We are now consolidating. That's okay. This hourly pattern does not look good. I would lean bearish versus bullish over the next, I don't know, probably for the rest of the day. That's not ideal, because if we're bearish the rest of the day, that creates a nasty reversal candle similar to the candle we had on August 23rd. But I like this overall consolidation for a breakout into the $55,000 range in line with an MRI top on a weekly scale. So sometime next week or the week after, I am looking for a 55,000 or higher top, which would line us up with a weekly MRI top and potentially a daily MRI top. And then we have a 1 to 4 week correction, potentially into the daily depth cross. And then it's off to the moon from there, basically. All right, glance at the 4 hour chart. That could potentially be an MRI top. Let's see what the MRI says. Ah, beautiful, right there. This was a 4 hour MRI top. This was a warning candle. We dropped on a warning candle. That is a legit MRI top. Came in on the following candle just now. Came in a few hours ago. So, like I said, the rest of the day, we're looking at a 1 to 4 candle correction, but on a 4 hour chart, that could be anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. The correction started here. So we have 2 more hours in this candle, maybe 4 more hours additionally. So day ends in about 6 hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin does pull back into the $49,000 area or slightly lower before continuing the uptrend. Bitcoin dominance still looks absolutely horrible. It's coming up on an MRI buy, so maybe that would reverse the fate. But we've also dropped below the MRI support line, and that is, of course, bearish. Here is a Grayscale. Grayscale continues to have a horrendous negative premium. I remain fully invested in GBTC, trying to take advantage of this premium as it creeps back to 0. FOMO is going to set in later this year. I believe that I don't think an ETF is coming this year. And therefore, once FOMO sets in, once Bitcoin breaks 65,000 and rushes to 100,000, there will be massive demand for GBTC, and there will be very little supply of GBTC because this entire year, no one has bought into the trust. So there will not be many new GBTC shares created, and that can actually swing the premium to the 20 to 30% range. So GBTC could be a really good, I guess, short-term trade or intermediate-term trade now till, let's say, Q1 of next year, making up for the 15% plus an extra 10 to 20% as it swings to the upside. But you have to understand the dynamics of GBTC in order to make that claim. I remain bullish on gold. Now that we've broken this line, I still think gold can break all-time high by end of year as well. Oil's been tricky. This is the daily chart of oil, MRI top tomorrow. So I would not be going long oil. I would be looking to take my profit if I had been long oil. We can look at the weekly chart. Oh, I don't have. Let me do this. Higher time frame default count. Yeah, there they are. I don't know why that wasn't checked. So this is coming off a monthly top. And I would be cautious on oil. I do believe there is massive inflation. And I wouldn't be surprised if oil starts to go towards $200 a barrel. S&P 500 is on a daily MRI top. Hopefully people, this is the day where you want to try to time the 10 a.m. reversal to the downside. This is one of my trades that I used to, one of my strategies that I used to teach in my workshops, the 10 a.m. reversal on the S&P 500. Let's go into the 10-minute chart and see if this top could have been timed, because of the daily MRI top, you know that there's potential for a big drop. And when you're rising early in the morning, right into 10 or 11 a.m., creates good opportunities for the 10 to 11 a.m. reversal, especially on an MRI top. So let's see the 10-minute candles. Let's find the opening. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 940. Boom. There's the 950 candle. This is the candle that ended at 10 a.m. So this candle starts at 950. This candle ends at 10 a.m. This is in line with a 10 a.m. reversal. Big spike up in the morning. Then you go down. This, of course, would have been a very tricky trade because it would have taken you back to the entry level, which is a break-even level. But then I don't normally like to trade late into the afternoon. But look at this. That is a textbook break of support, and that had disaster written all over it. However, this disaster potentially is already over, and therefore, and it actually helps that this is a 10-minute MRI top, though I don't really take the 10-minute MRI top seriously when they involve through the opening of the market, because things go haywire right here because the market is now open for trading. So while I don't put too much stock on this MRI top, it's kind of cool that it was there. And this drop is probably coming to an end. Look at these wicks at the bottom. This candle is about to end in 3 minutes, and so will this public stream as I move on to the private Q&A. Hey guys, come join us in Dubai for the Understanding Bitcoin conference that will take place at Atlantis Hotel and Resort, which is pretty expensive and I believe almost sold out, but there's plenty of hotels in that area or the marina area, and it's like a 20-minute taxi ride. There's taxis everywhere in Dubai. Come join us. We have an awesome list of speakers. This is more of an educational event where we teach you how to set up nodes and all the other cool stuff, basically. All right, also coming to Dubai and Ras Al Khaimah, the financial summit for traders and hedge funds. We will be putting Unconfiscatable on sale later this month. And here's my schedule for Dubai in October. Not much on the schedule for September. All right, that is pretty much it. There's a bunch of stocks. We're going to take a look at them in the private Q&A. And that all will publish publicly. I'll probably publish it earlier. I don't know if I'm going to do any more private Q&As this week. So if I don't, we'll try to get it out to you guys publicly a lot sooner than later. JMIA is probably still the best trade for the month that we've been covering this whole month. So that one's absolutely awesome. Okay, guys. Looking at your public chat. Closing out with almost 500 live viewers. My standard NFTs is they're all pretty much stupid. I mean, I was a basketball card collector back when I was a kid. I have some comic books too up in the attic of my parents' house. a bunch of Kobe Bryant rookie cards, and they're probably still there. I'll hold on to them another decade or two. They'll probably be worth more. And to me, an NFT is a picture of a Kobe Bryant rookie card. And I think it's totally silly and stupid. And that's a good example of an NFT. Some guy drawing something and taking a picture of it, anchored into their own website, is what most NFTs are. Well, there definitely won't be an ETF this year. Remember, the SEC still has to approve the ETF. And after the approval of the ETF, my guess is it'll take at least 6 months to a year before it's publicly available for trading. So, and we don't even have an approval yet. So it's not like the SEC approves the ETF and you can trade it the next day. That's not how it works. So there's no way there's going to be an ETF this year. Maybe it'll be approved this year, but I'd be surprised if there is a tradable ETF even next year, even with the approval coming in this year. I really don't want to look at shitcoins, guys. Dubai is not that bad. It has its advantages and disadvantages. And one of the advantages of Dubai is that they are very open and free about money. Money is not a crime in Dubai, but money is a crime in, I don't know, Australia, Canada, America, most of Europe. Having money is a crime. You're a criminal for having money unless you are connected to the government. But in Dubai, no, the Dubai respects rich, wealthy people, unlike the West. The West and the socialism of the West demonizes money. Dubai doesn't. So I know Dubai falls short in other elements of people's freedoms, but certainly not in the wealth and money department. So again, everything's a trade-off. No, I think all those use cases are silly, sublime. I mean, we'll need to do an NFT show one of these days. Portugal is one of the few countries in Europe I've never been to, but I would like to go there. I would like to go to a lot of places, but last night I went to a bar to see some live music, and they demanded a vaccine card, and we turned around and walked away. So I'd like to go to places, but I may not be able to. All right, guys, I'm gonna move on to the private Q&A. Thank you all for watching, and see you all on the next one. Don't forget, you can support by purchasing the on-demand videos or the MRI indicator, or join us in the private Q&As. Everything is in products and services with a free learn trading section. All right, guys, talk to you all on the next one. Bye to them.